These are some practical questions from spiritual perspectives with Maharaj Charan Singh Ji, Volume 2, Walking the Path. The seeker asks him, is there something we can do or should do when we go to bed and meditate? Master replies, while going to bed, if we keep our attention here at the eye center and do the Simran, the first thing is there will be no insomnia. You will go to sleep at once. Second, you will have good dreams. And the third advantage is that when you get up in the morning for meditation, your thoughts will not be scattered. It will be easier to concentrate and to be in touch with the sound. So it is always best to do Simran while going to sleep. Another question was asked, Maharaji, it's very difficult when you say that we should not wish for anything because the mind starts to get carried away and it thinks, oh, I didn't like it this or I didn't like that. Master replies, at the time of initiation, we are advised not to use meditation to fulfill our worldly desires. Only use the meditation to reach back to our Father. If we meditate and try to fulfill our worldly desires or use meditation to fulfill our omissions in life, then we may not or we may have to take a birth to satisfy all those desires. Not that you are going to get them fulfilled just now. You will get only what is in your destiny. You are not going to get what you are trying to pray for. But those prayers may bring you back to the world to satisfy all those desires. Another question. Master, can you shed some light on the fact that as we meditate, sometimes we go through periods of great loneliness, not during meditation but during the day. It may go on for, well, years. I just wondered, how long can it go on? Master replies, if I rightly follow your question, I have discussed so many times in the meetings that when we try to live the way of Santmat and attend to our meditation, follow the path, we lose all our interest in worldly affairs, in worldly people. They do not attract us anymore at all. They don't charm us anymore. So when we get up in the morning, we don't look forward to what used to catch our attention, and within we have not yet been able to make enough progress to hold our attention. So we start feeling the vacuum and loneliness within ourselves. We have to pass through the stage sooner or later because nothing in the world attracts us anymore and we find nothing else within to hold our attention. So we start feeling very lonely and we feel a void in our life. There's nothing to feel frightened about. Actually, everybody is lonely in this life. It's a self-deception to think that somebody belongs to you or you belong to somebody. Sooner or later everybody realizes this. One is alone in life. To think ourselves is just a self-conception. I think it's a God-given gift. When that feeling comes in us, then we turn to the Father to hold on to something which belongs to us, to which we can belong. And that gives us a sense of peace and bliss and happiness within. Otherwise, on the outside, when we try to belong to somebody or try to possess somebody, nothing but frustration comes, unhappiness comes. So it is the Lord's way of pulling us towards Him. If we didn't feel that feeling of loneliness within ourselves, then perhaps nobody would think about the Father. If these outside faces and objects could hold our attention and make us happy permanently, forever, nobody would think about the Father. We react back, we rebound back from all this, and then we turn to the God to seek that bliss and peace and happiness within. Maharaji, in our meditation or in my meditation, I strive to have the experience of dying while living. And yet I know that I have a deep fear of dying. This fear seems to prevent me from giving myself completely to the meditation, and I wonder if you would please help me understand and overcome this fear. Well, there's always a fear of unknown in our mind. Something which is unknown to us, we are always frightened of. If you go to a different country and you don't know anybody at all, there's some sort of fear in you about how you will face things, how you will conduct yourself in that foreign country. That fear is always there. But when we know we are going to our own destination, we are going back to our house, there should be no fear at all. There need not be any fear because we are going to meet our own master there. And we are not going alone at all. We are going along with him. That is why we need the master to, to not feel frightened of anything unknown to us. He is known to us and we are happy to be with him. So the fear of question doesn't arise at all. It's only our mind which tries to frighten us. There's nothing to feel frightened about. We are to be met by somebody who knows us, whom we know. Christ said, "My sheep recognize my whistle. When I whistle, they all flock to me, run to me, because they know me. They know my whistle. They are not frightened of me." This is the object of knowing the shepherd, of recognizing the whistle. It means I will not feel frightened.